The sad truth is that you and everyone you love will one day die. It's a morbid start to a video, I know, but I urge you to sit with that uncomfortable thought for just a minute longer. We are incredibly lucky to live in this time with such easy access to cameras that you can pick up for next to nothing or for many thousands, and whether you have access to a top-end cinema camera or just the one on the back of your phone, they both hold the same power, a great power. For although you and your loved ones will one day cease to be, through the power that you wield with the camera that you hold, you can ensure that their image, their faces, their voices, their words, their memories and their stories will forever live on.
The others might as well go into the main one. And I'm just wondering then, is it the mice and stuff that eats the... Because
right. See, that's firm enough, really. Do us a favour, can you just hold that there? Yes, thank you. You go there.
This is no small feat, this isn't an insignificant thing. You don't have to go far back in time to a point where if people wanted to document their likeness or their stories, they could only do so through paintings or through books. And these were long processes, there were anything but cheap ones, and therefore they were limited only to the most privileged and the most wealthy. The average common man, woman and child couldn't afford to commission such works, and so their images, their words, their memories, their stories are almost all lost to time. But today we are all privileged because you don't have to be wealthy to have access to a camera, and with a camera you can document just about everything about anyone. No longer are you restricted by wealth, you are only restricted by your willingness.
They didn't come up with any, how they haven't. It's just as still a few chats there, small ones. There's a kitten sat on a chair. I could do with another foot either side, you know.
Thank you.
They're certainly much juicier. That's a beef steak one. Nothing wrong with that. I do. You'll probably find they're a bit juicier, but they might not have the flavour yet. This, when this is gonna, they're still flowering. Those Aaron are supposed to be ready 2 months ago.
My granddad is a huge inspiration to me. He introduced me to photography, he taught me the basics. The camera that I used for 7 years was a hand-me-down from him. He supported me in everything from photography to music to education. He is the epitome of a good role model. So much so that I hate the thought of my children or my grandchildren or my great-grandchildren not being able to look up to him. That whole idea just really didn't sit right with me. And so I shot a documentary photography project. I joined him on many of his days through many of his hobbies, and I captured them. Fishing, gardening down at the allotment, out taking photos, watching the birds, spending time with family. I captured it all, and through that I painted a vivid picture of the man he is and the life that he leads. So now future generations of the family can see him and know him like I do, and I believe that my ability to make this happen is just the same thing as my responsibility to make this happen.
Right, we'll go and feed the birds, I think. They haven't had out for a while.
You, just like I, have loved ones. I doubt you'd still be here watching this video if you didn't, and whether they're family, like in my case, or friends is irrelevant. Memento mori. Remember death. Remember that we are all just mortal, and yet, just by holding a camera, you have the ability to make at least some parts of those that you love immortal.
That I don't know until I try that. That might be bitter as you know what. These are my lemons. There, that's my basil. That was my first shot.
Although time waits for nobody.